Diego, welcome to the team. Thanks for the follow. Alright, what's up guys? It is DPort here from DPortGaming. Welcome to another Warcraft 3 audio commentary. And today we got a matchup between Sonic. He's going to be spawning as the Brown Night Elf player in the top right position here on Last Refuge. He's already going for the Ancient War creeping. And his opponent is going to be Sheik. He's going to be the purple undead player here. And actually want to give a shout out to W3Arena. This is a replay of the week. So I'm very excited to get the opportunity to cast it. But however, let's get into this game. We're gonna have a DK, a few ghouls. He is trying to go for his no camp. Oh, I was about to say no. Just kidding. It's ogre camp. And Demon Hunter gonna get a quick level 2, or at least try to get a quick level 2. He got a Ring of Protection, and the Ancient War getting him pretty far ahead to start things off here. And we have a circle being picked up here for Sheik, and this is interesting. We only see ghouls, so we're not going to see a graveyard just yet. So he's not going to go fiends here. And let's check this out. We have the Ancient War being walked back to Sonic's base actually. Skeleton going to get some scouting here. Good to see the Demon Hunter. And we do see the DK take the aura first, so Mana Burn won't be too effective, at least at the start of this game. And we do see another Ancient War being created here for Sonic. So he's got 2 Ancient Wars up now. Sheik being a little aggressive now, crossing his side of the map. And gonna go try to take down a Forest Troll or 2. And this Demon Hunter doesn't need to be too careful, I would say. He is going to be able to heal up with this replenishment potion. DK does pick up that level 2 now. So the Mana Burn will start kicking in. I'm surprised he didn't start using a coil. There we go. He used the coil. And probably going to get a Mana Burn and try to get out of here. The undead units are pretty quick though, so maybe he can get a block onto this Demon Hunter. He's not going to get it. And it looks like quite a bit of archers here. We at least have 3 for Sonic here. DK looks like he's going to try to pick up that early level 2. And that's something that's been a little bit different now. The meta for the undead players are starting to go for more creep heavy, more creep oriented than harass, which it seems to be working pretty well as of late. And it looks like he's going to come here and go for a creep jack of some sort, at least just put some pressure on Sonic. And this is going to be pretty difficult. Coil to start things off, and he got a surround already to start things off. Wow. Demon Hunter might be able to get out of this though, just from right clicks. Ghoul is a little bit too slow to get out of there. And there's no dust, I believe. Yes, no dust, so these archers are going to be okay for now. But now the Ancient War is the target. So Sheik starting off pretty solid here. It's going to force the Demon Hunter to at least go back to Moonwell and get some healing done. However, Sonic's going to be able to push the undead back for the time being. And we do see a graveyard. And that might be, it could be just fiends, but it could be the telltale signs of maybe some gargoyles, but we're gonna have to see a second crypt if that's gonna be the case. Some skeleton scout being sent out to the west. And DK at level 2. Let's check out the Demon Hunter. He's over here. And we do see Sonic picking up Panda as well. And Demon Hunter's just a little bit ahead of this DK in experience at this point in time. He's going to get a nice item here, though. He got the greater healing. And DK's going to get the Wand of Illusion. Not the worst there, you could say, if you use it correctly. Panda's almost a level 2. Demon Hunter getting very close to 3 as well. Let's check out what Sonic is deciding to go for. He actually put the Hunter's Hall, little proxy, a little hidden, and he has 2 Ancient Lores as well being created. So we're going to see Dried Bears. Pretty standard here for Night Elf. Into an undead. Scroll the Beast. Ooh. And there's a core to start things off onto this Demon Hunter, and he kind of blocked himself in here with some archers, so they might force a TP here. And Sonic's gonna have to TP, though. He's gonna try to get some right clicks on this DK while he's on his way out, though, and not able to take it down. Let's see, we do see a Slaughterhouse and a Sacrificial Pit. We do see the Lich, and that means we're gonna see Fiends as well. We don't see the second Crypt. Ancient of War. Sonic really utilizing his Ancient of Wars here, getting some nice creeping. And DK should be very close to level 3 after that. Yeah, he is. He's not going to have it, though. He needs one more creep. And in contrast, Demon Hunter will get 3 from this. Panda should get 2 as well. And we do see Sonic going for the tier 3 and building a shop. And Ancient War walking over to, maybe he's going to go for this mercenary camp, or maybe even this expansion point. Ancient War could fall here, and it looks like it may. Nope. The aggro has changed to this Panda, and it should be okay. Or across the map, we have Sheik going for the same camp here. Trying to get that level 2 on that Lich. Fiend is being made. So we're probably just going to see Fiend Destroyers. And since he's making that Sacrificial Pit, he might see... We actually see the DH using a potion invisibility. He's trying to get some scouting here. Just keep an eye on the undead army here. We do see a health stone. That's not a bad item. Do you see the Panda and company moving out? We see the first 2 Drides as well.
A town is under siege.
And it appears he's going to go for the mercenary camp first before the expansion point. And Sheik's going to go for the same thing. Ooh. A Wisp was coming in, but Sheik using that Frost Nova to prevent that Dispel on the skeletons. Wasn't too critical, but it does help. Demon Hunter, it looks like he might just try to pick up the item here. Maybe even go for the last hit. Let's see what he's gonna... It might be risky if he goes for the last hit. Yeah, he's just gonna get the item and get out of here. There's no dust, so he's okay. So he got the Bone Chimes, which is a pretty solid item. Especially if he's gonna transition to bears. It's gonna be very helpful. And he's still invisible here. Might try to go for this item as well. It would be pretty cheeky if he got it too. Sheik would probably be very aggravated. And he got it. That is very tough to deal with. So you got both items. And Panda's now level 3. Wand of the Winds. We got the first bear out with 1 adept training. So he's going to get that rejuve. Let's see. We have 46 food here for Sonic. To the 39 food. We do see that Orb of Corruption being picked up. Destroyer form as well. And it appears we have Sheik. Looks like he's looking for a fight. Maybe some more aggressive creep routes. But yeah, this Panda level 3 is going to be very nice against at least those 2 ghouls. DH still roaming around. Maybe he'll get an orb too. DK Dragon some of these gnolls just to get a little bit better position here. And I did miss it. We do see a Tree of Life being created here for Sonic. So that might force Sheik's hand to go for a fight. We do have a Scroll of Healing as well as Claws of Attack plus 6 here on this Lich. So some pretty solid items there. We do have a Potion of Mana as well. And we do have that Orb as well as a Staff of Preservation being picked up for that DH. And Panda sitting at a plus 6 Claws. He's still keeping the Wind. Sometimes you see players sell that. Just because I think it is about 200 gold. We do see a Shade getting involved, so the Sacrificial Pit coming in handy. Gonna be able to spot out this Night Elf army. And Sheik gonna maybe try to bait here. Maybe have Sonic go for a pretty aggressive creep jack. Or go for a creep and then go for the creep jack. However, he's gonna run into this Demon Hunter here. And he could get surrounded if it's not careful. There's a Frost Nova, but he should be able to get away with ease. We do have the Black Citadel upgrade, because he did pick up that Orb of Corruption, but we don't see... Oh, I was going to say we don't see a Boneyard, but this is actually already a Frostworm coming out, so that should be cool. Got a Frostworm, and let's see how well Sonic can handle this Frostworm. How many Dries? He has 2 Dries here, and the orb on the DH, and a couple archers. And here we go. Looks like we have the first skirmish of the game. He's going to use the Frost Nova as well as Coil right off the bat. There's the illusion now, intimidation factor. And DH might fall here if he's not careful. He's trying to pass an item or staff, and he was a little bit too late there, and Sonic just loses the DH. So really not a good start there. These bears are going to be falling pretty easily, too, with this Frost Room. He does have that Drunken Haze on it for the time being. And there's the wand being used. We don't have a Destroyer up, so those fiends are going to be flying around for a while. There's another illusion being used on the Frost Worm. Going to coil the original Frost Worm here. DK does need to be careful. He does have a TP if he needs it. And Sonic losing a lot of his units here. There's a nice Breath of Fire. Might lose a fiend or two. Nope, he's going to coil it. And Sheik playing this pretty well. 2 bears left, and the Frost Worm finally falls there. Now Sheik might have to retreat without this Frost Worm. We do see a Destroyer getting involved. DK needs to be careful. Might be forced to TP. We don't have enough mana for another Coil. We have one more auto attack's going to finish that bear. However, he might lose a few fiends on the tail end of the skirmish. Let's see. Panda's still going at it. And he'll get it with one more right click. He got it. This DK does need to be careful. Looks like he's being a little aggressive, though, and kind of trying to get a few hacks at this Sonic army on the way out. Here we go. He's starting to go for the focus on the DK. DK's getting slow from these Dryads. There's the Breath of Fire, and he's going to force the TP. He's going to get an Archer down in response, though. But throughout this whole period of time, we have that Tree of Life, though, so not the, I guess it wasn't a great fight for Sonic, but he does have that expansion point, so obviously has a slight edge there. We have a Wisp here scouting as well, just to keep an eye and make sure that Undead wasn't going for it. Ooh, we actually have an Unsummon here on the Sacrificial Pit, so I guess he's pretty satisfied with at least his one Shade. Okay, that's interesting. Is it actually worth to unsummon it? Sheik's sitting at 49 food, in contrast to the 57 here of Sonic. Sonic's he's gonna pick up a staff now on his Panda, so DH shouldn't fall randomly now. And yeah, I thought he had enough time to pass either a potion or pass the staff and then staff him out, but he just didn't get it. A little bit too slow on the reaction time there. And now Sheik looks like he's feeling a little comfortable here. He's gonna pull the creeps. He's got his one frost back out. Our Panda's sitting at full mana, and that's a pretty good Breath of Fire situation right there. He's gonna hit those ghouls. Ghouls are gonna fall down pretty easily though. In exchange, they're just gonna lose a few Dryads, it looks like. And ghouls are gonna be the first thing to focus. Now he transitioned on the DK. Might have to staff this Panda. Panda actually used the potion. And he still looks like he's going for the DK. There's a Breath of Fire. Panda might need to be staffed out here. Panda is staffed out. And now there's no TP on this Demon Hunter, though. And Demon Hunter has no emergency items, so he might be able to chase this down here. And DK's going at it. He does have the stone, so he's baiting a little bit. Is there a coil? He has it in 1 second. Where's the long-distance coil? And he didn't use it. However, though, he is cleaning up these Dryads. Man, I was expecting he was going to go for a coil. I think he could have had it if he kept chasing.
A player's forces are under attack.
However, though, not bad there for Sheik. He's going to get level 5 here and a decent item from his camp. But I really think he could have long-distance coiled that. DH. Do have that Shade. Still sitting at this expansion point. We have some Undead Win already being called here in the chat. Let's check. What are we at? We're at 55 food. Another Frost Worm's being produced as well. And it looks like Sheik is actually staying with the 2 heroes. He's not going to go for the Dark Ranger just yet. And maybe never. He needs to be careful. Frost Worm's about to fall. He's going to get coiled. DK has no more mana now. He just got mana drained. Mana burned, excuse me. And Destroyer and Frost starting to focus these bears down. And they're falling pretty quickly. So it looks like it's just the heroes left for Sonic. Breath of Fire being used. Destroyer or Frost Worm may fall here. But there's not too much anti-air. Demon Hunter rejoins the fight. And he's trying to hack down some of these low Crypt Fiends. And now Sonic forcing them back. His hero levels are really nice, though. His Panda's actually 5 in comparison to that 3 DH. which I would say it's a little bit more critical.
Player's forces are under attack.
Level 3 Breath of Fire is really nice. Mana Burning being used onto the Lich. And he does have the Doomhorn, so he's probably going to sell that. Getting a coil off before the Mana Burn can even come into play. Ooh, very close at losing that Frost Worm at 74 HP. And yeah, Sonic is definitely okay the longer this game goes. He has the 2 gold mines, so definitely will take that. And Sheik feeling a little pressure here to make a move, to do something. We do have a 4 Lich, close to 5, and a level 5 DK to the... He still has 2 mana potions on the DK, so he's going to get a lot of mana, a lot of coils going off in comparison to the 5 Panda and 3 Demon Hunter. So let's see, he did get the 3rd hero. It wasn't the Dark Ranger though, he got the Naga Sea Witch. So Naga Sea Witch is just going to help on focusing some of these units with that Frost arrow. And here we go. Looks like we have the pressure on the expansion point here to start things off. Gonna take down the Ancient War. And let's see if Undead's gonna go for focus. He does. He uses the Frost Nova as well as a coil onto the Panda. Panda has no emergency items, excluding that staff on the DH, and he uses it now. Same with the DK though. DK's getting a little low. There's a rejuve here. He needs to take that off. And DH still might fall nonetheless, and that coil finishes it off. However, he might lose a Frost Worm in exchange. He does. The heroes are low here for Sheik though. And Bear's trying to get some right-click damage. There's not too many land units for Sheik, except for the heroes, right? So these Bears don't really have too many targets. And these Bears are going to be pretty easy to take down if this Frost Worm continues to go at it. There's a Frost Nova. These Drides could be an issue, though. And now that it looks like the target is the Hippogriff Riders, there's a Breath of Fire with a Drunk of Haze. Was it a Drunk of Haze? I'm not sure. Now the focus is onto the Panda, and he might commit to this. He's very slow, nothing to save him, and Panda might fall down. And it is. And Panda's down here for Sonic now. However, DK barely squeezing out of here with 32 HP. Wow. Sonic really having some issues here, preventing that hero focus. And now the Drives rejoin the fight. The only thing that can attack them from this army is the Naga Sea Witch and Lich, but I think that might be enough. Almost killed the Frost Worm. Not going to be enough, though. He's going to get a coil. Ooh, he might still take it down, though. And Lich is going to sacrifice that just to prevent some XP. However, I don't think there's any heroes up. The DH. Maybe Panda's back from Tavern now. Panda's back from Tavern. And he could get caught out here. He's slowed. And nothing to save him. And Sonic is making a huge mistake. So much resources. So much XP. And Naga Sea, which is already level 3. And this is turning into a pretty tough game here for Sonic. And his Drives were chasing down this Death Knight. And Death Knight's going to be okay now. He should be able to pick off at least maybe 1 or 2 Drives if he commits to this. And no, he's not going to chase that. We did see was it a 2-1 upgrade on these Drives? And we see a 1-0 upgrade on these Destroyers. And now, Sheik might be able to clean out this expansion point, which is very nice. Ooh, we do have 2 Bears over here for Sonic. I'm not sure if he's hiding these. I hope he's hiding them and didn't forget about them. Yeah, he didn't. He is using them. He's hiding them over there. But yeah, that is really tough. He does have the DH as well as the Panda back. So he got them back from the Tavern. A lot of resources being used there to just get the heroes back. However, the expansion point, we have some unsummoning buildings. Only 550 gold here for Sheik. So Sheik really can't produce too many units. He's probably going to get 1 more Frosty back. So Sonic does... Wow, look at that nuke. And instantly staff back. Holy cow, that nuke. That level 3 Frost Nova with that Death Knight is ridiculous. And Demon Hunter just had to get out of there. And now the focus is on to Panda. And he's just going to be right-click down. Wow, Panda down again. And now it's just the units of Sonic here. However, there's not too many units here for Sheik, excluding the hero. So it's just going to be the 3 undead heroes, which we all know they're very devastating. if you get those levels. There's a coil to keep that Lich alive. Frost Nova going off, and now it looks like he's just going onto this DH. DH should be okay, though. However, there's the slow with the Naga, and he could be in some very serious trouble if he uses the potion. There's a coil. Could finish it off. There's a rejuve, though, and it takes down Demon Hunter once again. Man. He is going to be able to pick off that Frost, though. I think he actually got denied for that Lich. So Lich has got some more mana. Lich 6. DK 6 now. And he might be able to take down this bear if he continues hacking away at it with this slow. He is going to reach the Moonwells, though, so he should be okay. Panda being remade from the altar, and DH being remade from the tavern. And here we go. We got Death and Decay. When do you get to see a Death and Decay from a Lich here? So it looks like we just have the undead heroes, though. So it's definitely by no means over here. However, if he gets some nukes on this DH, he does have his Moonwells. Death and Decay is going to be canceled now. And now these heroes of the undead need to be careful. Ooh, Naga could be slow and taken down here. There's nothing to save her. So he might have to turn here onto this Demon Hunter. But Demon Hunter doing a nice job here. Not allowing that DK and that Lich to get or to regather the mana. And now Sonic is the aggressor. So after all these hero focuses, Sonic still looks okay because he has that expansion point. Now he's going to try to go for this DK. DK is being slowed by these Dryades. Do we have a Panda coming? Is Panda back out? Panda's not back out yet. Let's check it. Panda's back out, so if this DK is not careful, Panda could come out and use a Breath of Fire and pick it off. Let's see. Nope, Panda a little bit too slow. However, let's check here. Naga Sea Witch looks like to be the focus. He could be taken down here. There's a Frost Nova. However, DH should be okay with the rejuvenation. And now the Lich might be chased down here. We do see a Frost from getting involved. However, there's two Hippogriffs. And oh no, it could be taken down here. There is a coil. Let's see if DK is going to use it. And no, he's going to have to cancel that once again. There's a coil onto the DH. And yeah, this is pretty tough for the undead. He's having mana issues right now. We have a follower. Mood you keep. Thanks for the follow. Welcome to the team. Yeah, now Undead is going to unsummon his Black Citadel here. And what looked to like a very potential win here for Sheik is turning into a very difficult game now, considering that Sonic still has this expansion point up. But yeah, he lost his hero so many times, and he's still going to potentially pull off this win. Here we go now. Acolytes. One Fiend, a Ghoul, and Undead's moving out. Does have a potion on his Naga Sea Witch. And some nice items on his DK as well. And a lot of buildings being unsummoned here. So what if Sonic just went for the base race? I mean, he can't teleport back. There's no TP regardless. So if Sonic can scout that out, be a game changer. Let's see what he decides to do. We do see the Acolytes here. And Sonic decides to go for the fight. So I think he feels pretty confident. Let's check the items, though. There is no items once again. He's playing this very bold. So if he's not careful, it looks like he used some Dispel. Got the mana off the DK. DK does have 2 potions, though. Rejuve being used on DH. So if he's not careful, he could go for the focus. He's going to have to. There's enough for the DK. And he's going to take it down with just a simple nuke. There's the potion being used now. And uh-oh, if this Panda goes down too, Sonic could be in very big trouble. Breath of Fire being used. There's a lot of misses going off, though. And let's see, he's going to be able to chase it down. Not a lot of mana left on these heroes. And a lot of units left for Sonic. And he could lose a hero on the backside, though. He does have enough for a coil, though. No, he used it on the bear instead. I thought he was going to use it on his Lich. Could be a mistake, but he still has that potion as well. Let's see, he's not making the DH back just yet. And look at this. Sonic actually walks his Tree of Eternity all the way down. And now he's getting another gold mine. And now the focus here is onto this Lich. He's going to use the coil. Now he transitioned onto the DK. Frost Armor being used. This Naga Sea Witch and Lich doing some nice work here. Rejuve onto the Panda. Panda does have enough for a Breath of Fire. Let's see. He does have a potion of healing on this Naga Sea Witch. Let's see if he's going to have to use it right. Ooh, Panda going into split form here. So let's see how effective this can be. He's going to toss the DK up. And now the focus is on to Nagasiwich. Going to have to force the potion. He's still going for it. Taunt being used. I think it just missed. And DK going to be tossed up again. Uh-oh, this could be an issue here. He's going for a semi-surround. I think he got it. Here we go. No, did he get it? I think he got it. And DK's going to be taken down with the split form. And now he's going to toss up Naga. And yes, once he got this control with this split, Sonic has this in the bag now. Going to take down the Nagasiwich. There's nothing left here except for the Lich. And he should be able to take this down. And she calls the GG. So, pretty cool game. Pretty cool game. It might be risky if he goes for the last hit. Yeah, he's just going to get the item and get out of here. There's no dust, so he's okay. So we got the Bone Chimes, the Orb on the DH, and a couple Archers. And here we go. Looks like we have the first skirmish of the game. He's going to use the Frost Nova as well as Coil right off the bat. There's the Illusion now, Intimidation Factor. And DH might fall here if he's not careful. He's trying to pass an item or staff, and he was a little bit too late. There's the DK. DK's getting slow from these Dryads. There's the Breath of Fire, and he's going to force the TP. Might have to staff this Panda. Panda actually used the potion. And he still looks like he's going for the DK. There's a Breath of Fire. Panda might need to be staffed out here. Panda is staffed out. And now there's no TP on this Demon Hunter, though. And Demon Hunter has no emergency items, so he might be able to chase this down here. The DK's going at it. He does have the stone, so he's baiting a little bit. Is there a coil? He has it in 1 second. Where's the long-distance coil? And he didn't use it. So let's see. He did get the third hero. It wasn't the Dark Ranger, though. He got the Nagasiwich. So excluding that staff on the DH, and he uses it now. Same with the DK, though. DK's getting a little low. There's a rejuve here. He needs to take that off. And DH still might fall nonetheless, and a coil finishes it off. However, now that it looks like the target is the Hippogriff Riders, there's a Breath of Fire with a Drunk of Haze. Was it Drunk of Haze? I'm not sure. Now the focus is onto the Panda. He might commit to this. He's very slow, nothing to save him, and Panda might fall down. And it is. And Panda's down here for Sonic. The DH. Maybe Panda's back from Tavern now. Panda's back from Tavern, and he could get caught out here. He's slowed, and nothing to save him, and Sonic is making a huge mistake. So much resources. So, Sonic does... Wow, look at that nuke. And instantly staff back. Holy cow, that Hunter just had to get out of there. And now the focus is on to Panda, and he's just going to be right-click down. Wow, Panda down again. DH should be okay, though. However, there's the slow with the Naga, and he could be in some very serious trouble if he uses the potion. There's a coil. Could finish it off. There's Rejuve, though, and it takes down Demon Hunter once again. The Tavern. And here we go. We got Death and Decay. When do you get to see a Death and Decay from a Lich here? So it looks like we just have the Undead Heroes, though. We're gonna have to. There's enough for the DK, and he's gonna take it down with just a simple nuke. There's the potion being used now. And uh-oh, if this Panda goes down too, Sonic could be in very big trouble. Breath of Fire being used. There's a lot of misses going off, though. And let's see, he's gonna be able to chase it down. Not a lot of mana left on these heroes. A lot of units left for Sonic. Let's see if he's gonna have to use it right. Ooh, Panda going into split form here. So let's see how effective this can be. DK gonna be tossed up again. Uh-oh, this could be an issue. He's going for a semi-surround. I think he got it. Here we go. No, did he get it? I think he got it, and DK's gonna be taken down with the split form. And now he's gonna toss up Naga. And yes, once he got this control with this split, Sonic has this in the bag now. Gonna take down the Nagasiwich. There's nothing left here except for the Lich.